Shalom, Yasharala, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything. As always, I'm going to start with Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, whatever you're doing in saying words, whatever you do in your actions, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give me thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord. Say we give praise to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel for everything. He's worthy to be praised for everything. Hallelujah to his glorious and holy name. I hope you can say it right along with me. You bet. If you ain't, you better get started in doing it. You better understand what I'm saying, because that mercy and grace is being lifted off this earth, and you're going to see a whole lot of more deaths. You're going to see a whole lot of more wounding of people. And Most High going to be mocking, because he say, I'm going to mock you because you ain't feared me before then. It's too late to cry to him now after he visiting you. You gotta get next to the Most High before he do visit you. Once he visits you, he start jacking you when that mercy and grace is. Oh, what you think? You gonna make it? It's gonna be okay. It ain't gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay, y'all. Understand, overstand this. That's why I'm warning you to what it is that the Spirit has showed me of who we dealing with. Who we dealing with? Y'all don't know who we dealing with. Deuteronomy 28th chapter tells us about the blessing. He only gave us about what? From verse 3 to verse 14. You do the math of blessings. Verse 15 say the curses. From 15 to 68 are all curses that befell us, we the children of Israel. In any time, in any way, or shape or form, within those verses from 15 to 68, we can fit in any day, at any time. But the thing we got to do is continue to give glory to the Most High. He said, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. That's a spirit that people can't do because they are caught up in this prideful world that we in right now. It's pride on a high level, straight up. But I want to share something with you. I want to share, because some of you think the white man, so-called white man, gonna come back from heaven. The same man that's doing the things they're doing, just passed the law. They get ready to give $30 million for some crack pipes and some heroin needles. They're going to have places where they can go to do it. The same ones that you voted for, the same ones that you think going to save you, that you believe in. Let me show you their ancestors. That's all we're going to say. We're going to look at their ancestors, okay? First and foremost, I went to a book, this Penguin Classics, it's called Bartholomew de las Casas. I did a whole lesson on this. A short account of the destruction of the Indies. All I want to do is, you know how they say a picture worth 1,000 words? And y'all can say it's racist all you want to. But racist to me is you for your people. What's wrong with us being for the children of Israel? Most I said Jacob have I loved, so how come I can't be for Jacob? And what it is that you listening to. You know, because we got to deal with everybody. But right now, we're going to deal with our people, the 12 tribes of Israel. How about that? So look what they did to us. If thou canst. You see right here, that's the title of it. And look at those pictures real good. I want you to look at these pictures. I'm going to read the captions. I usually show the pictures, but I don't ever read the captions. So I want to read the captions tonight. You see? These are the people that's telling you, do whatever they tell you to do, and you better do it. And you're doing it. You see that? Or can you see it? They said a picture worth 1,000 words. So you see that? Let me pull back and show you what they're doing. Right here, they cutting his hand off. They cutting his hand off. He already got his hand cut off, walking away. They don't have no hands. And he's laying down there burning his feet, barbecuing them. Look at it. We're going to examine this tonight. You see that? There's a book called The Destruction of the West Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas. See it? This is the book. It's not brother, it's a so-called white man. Okay? Let's look at these pictures. And we're going to read the captions. It says the province and kingdom of Guatemala. Y'all look at them. I got to go to 2 cameras, so I'm going to show them here. And I'm going to read the captions. You can read the captions yourself. You see it there? Pause it. And look at it. Look at what it is that's being done. You see that? Okay, it says, all those captured, this is from the province of Kingdom of Guatemala. It says, all those captured pregnant women, mothers of newborn babies, children and old men were thrown into the pits and impaled alive. Once again, I'll make sure that you see this. Now, picture worth 1,000 words, right? Look at those pictures. Because a lot of you've never seen this book. This is by a Spaniard, Bartolome de las Casas. Pregnant women, little children, old men, thrown into the pit. With large stakes going through their body. Okay? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, look at this one. And this what they did to us, the indigenous people, when they came here, Central America, getting control of the people and killing them, murdering them, I might say. And this is them telling you what they did to us in picture form. Like I say, you can pause it. Read the caption. I got to put the caption up there so you know I'm not just making it up. This is from the book, Destruction of the West Indies by Bartolome de las Casas. Can't deny this. It says, they tortured him with the strapado, I guess it's called, S-T-R-A-P-P-A-D-O. But, put burning tallow on his belly. So they putting hot oil on his belly, burning oil on his belly, pinned both his legs and his neck in iron hoops and burned the soles of his feet. And you can see here where they have they hanging a man, pulling him up on the tree of the rope. But my second shot was hung on the tree. You see? This says they got the king. So when it came here, we had kings. I showed that in the book, The Ancient Ones, by Empress Verdiasi Turner. I say this from the book, A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies. And it says, the Spaniards seized the king and killed vast members of the men who were with him. So we had a king, a whole civilization here. A short account of the destruction of the Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas. Now here we go. Now you're going to see them hanging us on gallows and barbecuing us. The fire under our feet. And as we're watching them dash our babies against a stone. And you can see in the background, they're killing little children with clubs and so forth. They running and they catching them and they killing them. Here we go. It's cold. See what it says? See the writing? See us hanging on gallows, barbecuing us, and dashing a little baby against a stone in front of our face? It says, they spared no one, erecting especially wide gibbets on which they could string their victims up with their feet just off the ground and then burn them alive. But they skipped the part of him dashing a little baby against a stone right there. And you see in the background here, they're bashing little children that's running to death. Here go another one. This from a book called A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas, a Spaniard. Giving an account of what they did when they came to conquer this Western Hemisphere. You see that? These are pictures drawn in this book. So yeah, it's vexing a lot of people because they ain't ready for it. But the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. So it says, the Spaniard commander gave orders that the leading citizens be roped together, tied to stakes, and burned alive. Oh yeah. This from the book. It's the book right here. See it? That's the title. I didn't draw this. I have nothing to do with this, showing you what it is that they did to get the lands that you're living in right now. There it is right there. Anyone want to get the book, order the book? There it is right there. Bartholomew de las Casas, A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies. Now, you can look at that's real gruesome, right? Which it is. But the Most High told us he was going to do this to us. Just like right now, this is our last time. Our very last time to cry to the Most High. But we no sense in crying to the Most High if you don't have your mind together and your spirit together to know that this is the last time we have to cry to him. And he's going to deliver us from our enemies, from all four corners of the earth where we've been scattered. But we went through all of that, right? Because we didn't follow the Most High's rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments. He told us he's going to do this. But he also said they went beyond and above what he wanted them to do. So there's a price to pay behind what they did. But we, as the Israelites, were told that he was going to give us to the worst of the heathen. Ezekiel 7:24. We've been warned. We have been warned. So he just went above and beyond the call of duty and doing what he's done to us from then to now. But he told us, he said, hey, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. The worst of the heathen, right? And they shall possess their houses. So let me just deal with something, because I know a lot of you probably don't know, but I have the definition of Caucasian. Caucasian, right here. It's a definition of Caucasian right here. From the Webster's unencyclopedic, unabridged dictionary of the English language. It says Caucasian. You can look it up yourself. From the Webster's encyclopedic, unabridged dictionary of the English language. It says Caucasian. It says Caucasoid. All pertaining to the Caucasus mountain range, right? Okay. What is Caucasoid? Caucasoid. It says a member of a subspecies of mankind, including the light-skinned peoples of Europe. Okay? So now, when we look here, and it's saying in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, the 24th verse, said, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. He's telling us this is what he prophesied is going to happen to us. And we so wicked, we kill the prophets. Him prophesying just like I'm prophesying to you now. Been prophesying these things that you're seeing happening now. I've been saying it for years. We've been saying it as Hebrew Israelites, because it's in the scriptures that nobody's bringing forth in these last days. He said, I'm going to bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, all our strong men of renown to cease, and their glory, their holy places shall be defiled. He would have said, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Why? Because we broke the Most High's laws. He told us he's going to do this, but nah. What we think, what you think? You going to do whatever you're going to do, and the Most High ain't going to get you? We're going to pay now, we're going to pay later. All of us going to pay. He told us in Song of Three Holy Children, verse 9, he said, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. That means they're not going to follow the laws of the Most High. Lawless enemies. Most hateful forsakers of the Most High. That's why in California, I just put it out to you. Where the Board of Education voted unanimously that they're getting rid of the God that the Europeans brought here to this Western Hemisphere because he was oppressive, they said. Right? So the power of this Bible, they got rid of. That's why you don't see them being exalted in the school system. They took the Most High, they took a Mashiach Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, the anointed Savior, out of the school. So who they leave there? The devil. Now they got to the point where they said they're going to went into the archives of the gods, the idols that the wicked Aztecs was calling upon, not the Most High, but 4 different gods, or maybe 5 different gods that they have the children to chant and call upon in the school system. But nah. You heard what the Most High said. He said what? And thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. Whose laws are they? The Most High's laws. They telling you not under the law, but you under mercy and grace. Israel is done. Y'all finished, man, if you don't come back to this truth. I mean, they put it right, they have, like you said, they don't have no shame in the game. Put it right in your face. $30 million from some crack pipes. And heroin needles and giving you a place to go shoot up and get high. That's going to help us? More to destroy us. Then they're going to arrest you and put you in prison. And thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High. Now you tell me, in God we trust. What God they talking about? Most hateful forsakers of the Most High. Because we didn't follow the Most High. He said all you need is me. And here we are. We always can find a reason to point the finger at somebody and ain't looking at ourselves. We got to take a lot of mirrors and look at all those mirrors of ourselves. Here we are over here one way. Here we are over here another way. Here we are over here another way. Like Michael Jackson had that song, look at a man in the mirror, looking in the mirror. We got to look at a whole lot of mirrors and deal with all the things that you done dealt with in your life and still dealing with and ain't ever got rid of. A lot of people need a counsel. Never got counsel. Still dealing with them spirits, especially you women that deal with different men. You got every last DNA that you've been with that man in you. A man puts forth his seed. And men got the same kind of spirit that they been with their women or whatever, their mama, whoever it is, that's infeminine right now. Ain't no infeminine men going to the kingdom. Straight up. So you got all these spirits going on amongst us, and we just trying to come back to the Most High. Humbly trying to come back to the Most High so we can be delivered from this wicked place that we've been scattered in all over the world. And we can always find a reason to point the finger at somebody. But the Most High gonna visit you for that. Trust me. By some of myself, y'all was shot. As I'm saying it, you're gonna see it if you don't make that change. You hear what he's saying? I mean, come on. We getting put to death and the verdict is not guilty because the Most High said in Zechariah 11:5, whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves what? Not guilty. It's right in front of our face. They got documentary after documentary after documentary. They killing us. I mean, they gave these people that we just seen smallpox. Indigenous people that was here, smallpox in the blankets and left. Come back and wasn't hardly nobody left. That's who you trust. Last I read Deuteronomy 28:68 said, the Most High gonna bring you into Egypt will be captivity, slavery, and bondage another time again with ships. He said, by the way I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. We ain't seen our homeland of Israel as a nation again. And there when you go on these ships, you're gonna be sold to your enemies. What people is that? That's us. When they came to the shores of America, when they came to the shores of Central America and South America, that's what they did. Took us off our land, put us in slavery, took us off our land and sailed us back to Spain. Got us over there. We came from the Inquisition, took our little children, brainwashed them with Christianity, let them come over here when they introduced this, when the missionaries opened up the Bible, turned their back on us. I mean, that's why I say that book, he reveals a lot of things that they did when they came to America. That's their ancestors. That's their ancestors. That's what they did. And now they trying to get our children to call on these wicked, demonic gods. Already got in the cartoons I'm hearing. Sitting around meditating. And what are you doing? Meditating, calling on these dang gods. Yeah, I feel that because I love my people and I love the children are innocent. And they start with the children, get them our program. And just, oh, we got to do this. You ain't got to do nothing. And we stand together and say, no. Turn over dollar bills. Don't say, in God we trust. You gonna let them trust. You gonna let the children trust in that? That's why the Most High killed them. You see what the Most High did? Did you see what the Most High did? Because he the one that killed. A picture worth 1,000 words. They did that. That's what they were doing, sacrificing their children to Molech, throw them off the pyramid, letting them come down, breaking their arms and legs, and making sure that they screamed and they drained the blood out of them so they could deal with drinking the blood. All kind of madness, man. But that's your friend. That's who you love. I'm talking about the elite that can put that across to the people to have them do what they say that you got to do. It's cold. It's cold. But he told us he gonna do this. He told us this. He said, look, Proverbs 16:4. And I'm not gonna dwell on them because I don't want to give them that much attention. I want to show you what we did as the children of the devil. How about that? Everybody didn't. But the children of the devil outnumber the children of the Most High, the children of light. Double. 1/3 is the children of the light, children of the Most High, children of Mashiach Yahushua. 2/3 is children of the devil. Straight up. And you know the devil because they ain't gonna love their brother. They ain't gonna love their sister. They murderers. Straight up. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High have made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked. For what? For the day of evil. See? And understand this. That's why you got to get your mind together and have your mind continually together, because when you go evil, you draw the devil to you. And when the devil come, he coming right. He coming. You know he got a last stand. This is last stance. So when you draw the devil to you, oh yeah, we gonna see if you ready for him. When you call yourself going off about the spirit of the Most High, and you think that the Most High not gonna send the devil to deal with you because you off, oh yeah. Moses said he gonna mock and laugh at you because you don't fear the Most High. You more in touch with the devil. The devil to seduce you to be the way you are. That's why he said he made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who more a judge than the Most High? And they're going to say, forget the Most High. They say they're going to call on the Aztec pagan gods. Talking about when they had their gods, it was peaceful. And the Most High is oppressive. I guess he sound oppressive the way I'm telling you. That's why he going to burn your butt up. Because our power is a consuming fire. The Most High said you're going to be visited of the Most High. You got a tornado. You got a hurricane. You got earthquakes. You got fire. You got teeth of wild beasts. You got scorpions. You got everything you could think of. And death, he said. He got death angels. That's why when you read in Revelation, he said death and hell got to give up the people that's in them, that they dealing with. Death then came and got somebody. Okay, you got them. Okay, you got all the people that he got to give it up when judgment come. People in hell that's dealing with whatever they dealing with there, he said they got to give them up too. Straight up. And those that are living going to be judged too. Everybody. But what we done in these mortal bodies. That's why it's time to stop dealing with this madness of this world and understand you better have a relationship with the Most High. Ain't nothing more important than having a relationship with the Most High, that our names could be written in the book of life, the Lamb's book of life. Overstand this. But we've done so many things that's so wrong, man. Go back to the 10 Commandments. Go to Exodus the 20th chapter. Verse 3. Most High told us as the children of Israel, and everybody, if you don't believe this, it's okay. But there's a judgment coming to you. But it behooves you to listen to what he's telling us as a children of Israel, because you're going to be beat with a rod of iron. That rod of iron is the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. So everybody going to go by this. now or later. But you're going to go by this. Understand, overstand this. Listen to what he said. Because, you know, Psalms 96:5 says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, right? But the Most High made the heavens. Why? Because people worshiping things in the sky. The sun, the moon, the stars, everything. Comets, you name it. Planets, they name it. All that stuff is named in the Bible. Planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and I mean, you calling on that, whatever you calling the days of the week, all of them named after gods. Well, we say the first day, second day, all the way to the seventh day. But just what people are doing. And they say, oh, they want you to compromise with their wickedness in the day of evil. But understand, listen, Exodus 20:3, thou shalt have no other gods which are idols before me. This is what the Most High telling you. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. This is important right here. Because a lot of y'all look at symbols, y'all look at this, that, and third, whatever, and trip out. But he said, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. You know what that serve means? To worship something that you can see that's tangible. Because the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship the Most High must worship him how? In spirit and in truth. What's the truth? Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. What we're reading here. This is the 10 Commandments in Exodus 20th chapter. But we're looking at the Most High. This is what he said. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Anything you see that's tangible with your eyes. Nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power. This is what they say. This is what they're going to have the little children doing. Bowing down, chanting to these gods. You think it ain't coming to a neighborhood school of yours? You better understand and overstand. This is real. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power. Doing what? Visiting the iniquity, the wickedness, the evil of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So a lot of children that's going to be doing this, y'all better hear what I'm saying. The Most High going to put them to death. That's why you got to look at this. Visiting upon the fathers, upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Because they don't, I mean, how you love the Most High if you don't do what he say do? He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So if you hate me, you will not keep his commandments. You're not going to do this. So he visited the iniquity of the fathers, our forefathers, upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate him. That's your great granddaddy. That was wicked as ever. Listen, and showing mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve, unto thousands of them that love me. The only way you love him, he said what? And keep my commandments. You see, this is not hard. That's why he said 1 John 5:3, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So if you're not going through Genesis all the way to Deuteronomy to find out what the commandments are, the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws, you ain't studying it. How you think you righteous in the eyes of the Most High? How you think you love him? My second Shah even said in John 14:15, if ye love me, keep my commandments. So how you love someone that you got to call upon to get to the Most High, and you ain't doing what he say do? And you know he didn't sin. He was an example. Coming in here, going through the same temptation everybody else go. Everything you can see somebody going through, he's going through the same thing. Went through the same thing. So ain't no excuse for nobody. But we are the ones that messed up. He gave us the commandments. Let's stay in the law. Go to Exodus, the 32nd chapter. Now Moses went up to the mountain to get those 10 commandments that we just read about. At least the part that's dealing with the Most High, we should not have no other power beside the Most High. Make no graven image, nothing that you bow down and worship. So Moses up there 40 days, 40 nights, right? So Exodus 32:1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount mean mountains, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron. Aaron is Moses' brother, and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. Now, mind you, we have been in Egypt. All the gods of the nations are idols. So we know these different idols that was in Egypt. You understand? And you always got 2/3 of our people that's wicked as ever. That's evil as ever. That's dealing with iniquity. You understand? So they say, what? Make us gods that shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wrought not what is become of him. Like a lot of you gonna get impatient. That's why the Most High, it's in the Most High's hand when he gonna bring forth righteousness on this earth. A lot of you gonna get impatient and you gonna fall out. Like I say, this truth is a revolving door. And it don't matter who you think you are, how you think you are. If you ain't enduring to the end, too bad. I just pray that the Most High bring all those that went through that revolving door back in a righteous way. And not with them demons, them 7 demons that the Most High say you're going to put on them. My Shai told you, when you cleaned up, then you go back out into the world, he brings a complete number of spirits, demons, worse than the wicked one that you release from yourself coming into this truth, cleaning yourself up. And your end is going to be worse than it was when you start learning the truth. Ain't that something? That's why I say the dog that went to his own vomit, eating up his own vomit. He call you a pig, a nasty, filthy hog that's wallowing in the nasty slop. You might as well go in there, take a crap and put the crap in your plate and put your food on top of it and eat it. That's how the Most High look at you. You need scriptures? I can show you in the scriptures. That's what he say. That's how he look at you. That's how disgraceful you are to him when he done called you to learn this truth and then you're going to go another way. Oh, man, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power right now. I mean, I just cry to him because I know that I'm seeing all this death. Every time I look around, my sincere condolences. I'm feeling, pray for me. I got to go to the hospital, pray for me. I got to go under the anesthetic. I gotta have an operation. Next thing you know, they dead. People dying. The Most High is the one have the issues from death. Oh, he can't touch you? Oh, you untouchable, right? Because of what? You better hear what I'm saying. Listen, this wicked Israelites, this us, we don't know what happened to Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt. We wrought not what is become of him. Where the Most High fit in this at? If thou can say. And that's our people. Always pointing the finger at somebody. It's easy to point the finger at me, but you got to deal with the Most High. That's who you got to deal with. You got to deal with the Most High. And you got to deal with his angels. That's right on this earth, waiting on his commandments. Angels of vengeance. Spirits of vengeance. You got to deal with them. By some of my shot. That's who you got to deal with. And when they come visit you, you can't say nothing about what you gonna smile and laugh then? I don't think so. What's that say? When you gonna cry out to him, he ain't gonna even know you. He gonna ignore you. Because it's your time now. This is our last time. These are the last days that we have to receive and get a relationship with the Most High. I don't think people realize this. They got all these things in mind except for what it is that this Bible is saying. Listen, this us. And the Most High put all them plagues to the Egyptians and didn't touch us. 10 plagues he put on them. In the end, he said, Pharaoh gonna let you go this time, because I'm gonna kill his firstborn male. I don't care when he was born. Every last firstborn male gonna die. Killed his son. And it was mourning all over Egypt. He said, gonna let you go now to get him a name. That's what people don't understand. That's why I say, y'all don't fear the Most High. This is all to get him a name. Not you or me or anybody else. It's about him. Because when he allowed Shai to rule for 1,000 years, then Shai gonna be subject to him, and the Most High gonna be all in all forever and ever and ever. Everybody gonna know about him. So you better know about him before he bring that wrath on your butt. He's a consuming fire. Listen. Okay, let's go to you. I'm going on a rant. But verse 2, and Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings. So we had earrings, golden earrings, which are on the ears of your wives and of your sons. So the men had earrings too, boys had earrings, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron, right? And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with the graving tool after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, and the people said, the Israelites said, what? These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Blasphemy against the Most High. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible act. When the Most High said, all you need is me. They made a calf and said, and they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. How do you think the Most High feel about that? See, I'm trying to get you to feel the Most High, because if you don't, he gonna visit your butt. Every last one of you that hear my voice. I remember we did lessons in Sabbath class with witnesses. If you need witnesses, we got witnesses. And when we went on the street, those things that we talked about in the lesson materialized on the street. Miracles. Reading this Bible, and then what's being said happens. I remember prophesying in Pasadena. By 2 days later, things were happening. Things were happening. Prophecies were happening. Just like that. So play with it if you want to. But I'll shovel myself, I was shy. I have no reason to lie. Listen, we done made a calf and gave credence to something that we know Aaron made. Because this is our gods. And you know what the Most High said in Exodus 20th chapter? What we just read, right? We knew this. And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Most High. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Right? So mind you, I say all the time, when the Master Shai walked the earth, there was no New Testament written. That people could go into the New Testament like we can go now. We're going to go to 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, to show you how it coincides with what we just read. And we're going to read from verse 1. So all he had was the law and the prophets. As you see here, Paul's going to drop it. Listen. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, verse 1 down, how that all our fathers were under the cloud. This is in the wilderness, where we just came from. And all passed through the sea. We went through the Red Sea coming out of Egypt. And we're all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. And did all eat the same spiritual meat. And did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock. Spiritual because it's an angel. It's a spirit. He maketh his spirits angels. Psalms 104:4, right? His minister is a flaming fire. Bringing forth the fire is the word of the Most High. Jeremiah 23:29 is not my word like as fire, and as a rock that breaketh hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. And did all drink that same spiritual drink? For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. We in the wilderness, and that rock was Hamashiach. But you ain't gonna see him if you can't see spiritually that he's that angel, the spirit of the Most High, the angel of the Most High. You ain't gonna see it. Listen, But with many of them, the Most High and the Mashiach was not well pleased. For they were overthrown in the wilderness, right? Listen. Now these things were our examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. You see? Neither be ye idolaters. Remember they made the calf. As were some of them. Made that calf. We read it. And said, these be our gods, as it is written. Where was it written at? Where we just read. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. See, we just read that. Go back to Exodus 32. That's why I say, you got to know it from the old to the new. And understand there was no New Testament when the Mashiach walked the earth. Look, verse 6 of Exodus 32nd chapter, for what we just read. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Sound familiar? He said, as it is written, that's where it's written. And the Most High said unto Moses, go, get thee down. For thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. We just heard him command us in Exodus 20th chapter. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it. Now you tell me the Most High don't know what we're doing? He can't see what we're doing? Ain't nothing secret to the Most High. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and even the secret things. They have turned aside quickly out of the way, which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto. And said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Ain't that what they said? That's what they said. And the Most High said unto Moses, I have seen this people. Talk about us, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. Because all 12 tribes was in that wilderness. Came out of Egyptian captivity. And behold, it is a stiff-necked people. He called us a stiff-necked people. Now, therefore, let me alone. Say, leave me alone, Moses, that my wrath may wax hot against them. Hear that? That his wrath gonna wax hot against us, the children of Israel, and that I may consume them, because he's a consuming fire, whether you want to accept it or not. Whether you want to accept it or not. That's why I said a lot of people don't know him. And y'all think y'all can play